Chapter 5 explores many of the American responses to the British invasion, specifically after 1964. The sheer size of the U.S. makes for unique regional styles. It is not easy in the U.S. to capture the entire music market, since the separate regions' radio stations were free to program their own music. When Bob Dylan showed up at the Newport Folk Festival in 1965 with an electrified rock band backing him, he stirred up quite a strong reaction from folk purists. Folk music icon Pete Seeger even threatened to cut the wires to the sound system, which in later years he explained was due to the poor sound quality, but in 1965 was viewed as his strong reaction to rock and roll. Infusing folk music with rock guitars and backing band, Dylan created folk rock, which is still a vibrant genre today. Some of the artists to emerge and thrive in this new genre were the Byrds, with their iconic 12-string guitar intros. The Byrds purposely misspelled their name in homage to the misspelling of the Beatles band name. On the east coast of the U.S., a singing duo previously called Tom and Jerry would emerge with their hit, The Sounds of Silence. They rose to fame using their actual names, Simon and Garfunkel, and had a string of folk rock hits throughout the 1960s. On the west coast arose the Mamas and the Papas, whose hit California Dreamin' helped focus attention on the new Los Angeles popular music scene. Also during this time in California, the main songwriter for the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, experienced some serious anxiety and nervous breakdowns while on tour. He decided to quit touring and remain in the studio. His fascination with the Phil Spector wall of sound studio techniques inspired Wilson to experiment with complex arrangements and production techniques. The Beach Boys' album Pet Sounds from 1966 is considered the band's masterpiece, and its innovative studio work inspired the Beatles with their own decision to remain solely a studio band. Other LA acts emerging during this time included Sonny and Cher, Gary Lewis and the Playboys, and Johnny Rivers. Rather than the blues revival direction that many British bands took, some U.S. bands experimented with a rough, unpolished style and were called garage bands, named from where the music originally was created. These acts were often quite popular in their respective regions. Some of these garage bands included the Kingsmen, with their hit Louie Louie, the Sonics from Seattle, and Paul Revere and the Raiders, also from the Pacific Northwest. After the explosion of the Beatles and other British invasion bands, U.S. music executives were searching for an American version of the Beatles. Television producers created a show modeled on the Beatles' boy-like personas. The Monkees was a weekly TV show with a specific goal to capture teen viewers.